life is the fact that life is full of inexplicable tragedies. I would say that if you can develop a motive of an attitude towards the world that's characterized by an increase in the ability to bear its tragic circumstances, that's evidence that your attitude is correct. Now, the only person who's going to be able to determine that is you, because it's not going to be evident necessarily to people around you, and it may not play out the way you would want it to in the external world. So then the question is, how is it that you can come to the state where you can trust your own judgment about your beliefs, given that people's beliefs get out of hand all the time, and they say, well, this belief is right. Well, that ties back into this. If you fill up your head with information that you know, by your own definitions of truth, to be false, then you can ensure that you're not going to be able to trust your own judgment. Now, the problem is there's going to be times in your life where your judgment is the only judgment that can even possibly be valid. And it better be the case that when you're in that circumstance, that your head is free enough of lies so that you can be certain that the decision you're making is right. So I would say, and this is the thing that's going to underlie the last lecture in the course, is there's two poles that underlie your ability to determine if you're on the right path, this way. One is you're doing something that you're interested in, that's meaningful enough so that you say, even with all the tragedy of life, the fact that I can do this makes it all worthwhile. And the second thing is, you better make sure that you're not deluded in what's making you interested. And the only way you can be sure of that is that you're not lying. Because you might end up developing an interest in axe murdering, because that happens to people, or in slaughtering. And then their interest guides them somewhere it shouldn't have gone. And I would say, well, that's because they pathologized themselves by filling their brain, so to speak, filling their mind with information they know is not veridical. So there's two poles. One is where something meaningful manifests itself, follow it. Now, people want to do that anyways. That's what makes your life interesting. The other thing is, whenever you have the opportunity, make sure that you tell yourself the truth, because if you don't, your interest is going to become sickened, and then it'll lead you somewhere you do not want to go.